Everybody, I'm Mark Reed again. Think and Grow Rich Principles. We're on the second one today. Um, yesterday I mentioned two suggestions, so I'm going to add one today. So the first suggestion I mentioned is get the book. The book. It's so important because what I'm sending you, what I'm telling you today is, and in every 13 principles and the two bonuses are only nuggets, are only like little points in particular, but you will not get the depth of what the book explains. Uh, it sold over 200 million copies, and millions and millions and millions of people have dream lives. Like I mean, dream lives that some of us can't even imagine, and I couldn't imagine before 2 years ago. Like I mentioned yesterday, I was this 2 years ago. I was this negative. 2 years ago, I was this negative guy, aggressive, down on life, not happy with my life, and no results, no good results. Or if I had good results, I would screw them up because I didn't believe that I was worthy or that I was deserving. So the second suggestion it was to take a piece of paper, write on top of it what I really want, and write down what comes up. And when I say comes up, it's not up there. It what comes up from your heart, from your soul, because your head is limited. Your head is limited to your paradigms, to what you think. And the third suggestion is a little wilder, is write down a list of 100 dreams. Good luck. I had problems. After, when I first did it about like 15 years ago, because I was supposed to do that on another project that I was into, and I came up with 25, 30, and after that, it was a challenge. It was like, okay, and so I started adding things that I thought I could like or whatever, but it's not, it doesn't mean that you're going to get all these things. Yes, if you really want all these things, yes, you will get them if you do what you have to do. You follow these principles and do the work, because you have to work. It's not, you cannot, do these principles and sit. One of the principles is action. So you have to get into action. Yeah, it's just, this exercise is just to open your mind to new possibilities. Like one guy told me, listen, if you want a plane, put a plane down, write a plane down. It doesn't matter if you get it or not. The exercise is to open up your mind. If you want to travel to the moon and back, write it down. If you want to climb Mount Everest, write it down. If you want to own a multi-million-dollar company all over the world that operates all over the world, write it down. That's what Bob Proctor just did. Bob Proctor, in his early 20s, he was like, he says that he was making $4,000 a year and he had 6,000 in debts. That's where he was at. Negative guy and all that, and he got a mentor. So that's another suggestion. Also, get a mentor. He got a mentor who gave him the book, Think and Grow Rich, and he told him, read it and do what it says inside. Simple as that. He did it. He wrote down, I want to, what do you want on the list of what do you really want? He says, he wrote down, I want a business that operates all over the world. Today, he's 82 years old. He has a business, multi-million-dollar business that operates all over the world. So it's like, write it down. You don't know what you're going to get out of it. Your soul is going to guide you. Your intuition, your subconscious mind is going to guide you. Once you learn to listen, once you learn to get into the process. Sorry about that. Like I told you yesterday, I do plastering work in order to raise money for my for a big goal that I have. That big goal is actually moving to Vancouver. I live in Montreal, Quebec. So I want to move across the country and finish my things there. And I have like a lot of objectives. Today I just got, it was one of my dreams. I want to be a speaker. So that's why I'm doing this. I want to be a speaker, teacher. And I might have an opening in youth jail because I was in youth jail when I was a kid. When I was 13 till 17 and a half. Did a lot of bad things when I was younger and I paid for it. And I know, I still feel today some of the difficulties that I had when I was there, the distress, all the feelings of discouragement, of loneliness, and yeah, distress. That's a good word, distress. I didn't know where my life was going. I have no idea. And all I knew what to do was steal, give drugs, alcohol. At 13 years old, I already knew these things. And that's all I knew, you know. So my father died of alcoholism. So that was part of my teaching. But dying of alcoholism is a solution. So I put that into my prior. So anyways, on the more positive side, we're going to get into the PDF. I'm going to share the screen now. Today is faith. Yeah, faith. So yesterday with the desire, today is faith. So like I mentioned yesterday, all these principles are in a specific order, and there is a reason why. So we're on faith. My mouse out there. Okay. So these few pages, we went through them yesterday, so we're not going to go through them again. It's basically the story, the man he interviewed. Having faith is the second step towards riches. Napoleon came up with a success formula that can be replicated by anybody, average people, anybody, puts their heart into. So the 13th principle, we're on faith today. Faith, visualization and of and beliefs in attainment of desire. We'll go more in visualization in another chapter, another PDF, another principle, sorry. But we'll get to we'll stay with faith today. So what is faith? So, you say I'm stumbling over it, so I'm practicing. They say you do with what you have. If you're spiritual, not religious, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I believe in God, I believe in higher powers, I believe in something bigger than me. And it is said that he doesn't want you to be perfect, or the universe, whatever your fate is, doesn't want you to be perfect in order to do something. It is said that he will, if you go as you are with what you have, he will give you what you need to become better, to become what you are. That's very important to remember. That the universe supports you in all your positive for the benefits of all endeavors. And he will support you. If things are happening to me that I have no idea. If you think that this guy that, before was like a drug addict, heavy drug addict, cocaine, especially up until I was 26, and having like all these paradigm issues, all these struggles up until now. And today is going to be able to speak in news jails as a public speaker, and have a career as a public speaker, and influence thousands and thousands and thousands of people, inspire thousands and thousands of people. So that there's a big switch, So the universe has something to do with it. So what is it? Trusting in something you can explicitly prove. Example, you turn on the switch, light comes on, you trust that it will work. So it's the same thing with these principles. It's the same thing with you attaining your objective. Like I said yesterday, you have to stay in the mindset that all is possible. Why not? Go for it. Try it and see what happens. See what it does. And if you fail, get back up. I failed so many times. I'm still up. And actually, Mary Morrissey, which I'm following her training right now, Dream Builder training. Actually, this week's subject is about failure. And most of the people who really, really, really have huge success in life also have huge failures. And it's part of the learning process. And we have to accept that. We have to fall in love with the journey. So believing that something is true and then committing our lives to it. So believing that something is true. If you have a dream that comes from your soul, your heart, it is true. It is your subconscious mind. It is the universe talking to you through your heart, through your soul, that this is what you can do. If you want to go deeper, this is what you were made to do. Like I said yesterday, John Maxwell says there's 2 times you were born in your life. The first time is when you were born. The second time is when you realize what you are here for on earth. So the universe, subconscious mind, is telling you that. And that's the truth, because it comes from God, it comes from the universe, it comes from your higher power. So it is the truth. And even if you don't think that you can, that you don't have what it takes, that you don't have what it needs, that if you were like me, totally all screwed up, it is the truth. And you will go through a journey. You will go through, it's like, it's like all these, medieval movies where the knights, they go out and fight dragons or big evil guys and all that, and then they get the princess, they get the prize, they get the kingdom, they get their lots, they get whatever, their freedom or whatever. So the same thing for us is we have to go through a battle. We have to go through a purifying battle. That's basically what it is. It's a purifying battle. So it's not easy. But it's totally worth it. So as a spiritual complement expressed in prayer or meditation. Okay. So Napoleon's observation is when fate is blended with the vibration of thought, the subconscious mind instantly pick up the vibration and it will act upon that belief followed by definite plans and action. You'll get what you desire. So basically what it means is if you get into a high enough vibration of gratitude and you think of your objective, your goal, your dreams, and you're thinking of them with gratitude. And okay, so let's say you want to make $2,000 more a month. And right now, your beliefs are saying that it's impossible. You see your paycheck every week, and that's all you've been getting for the last 10, 20 years. With a little bit of augmentation or a little raise here and there, but nothing substantial that will take you to that level. So since we are focused, since we've been used to that, that's all we see. And that's all we think we can get. But there's other ways to make it. Right now, I'm on 3 MSIs. I'm building 3 MSIs, 3 multiple sources of income. And those 3 multiple sources of income have their own multiple sources of income into it. And there's huge monetary potential with all 3. You get $5,000, $10,000 a month and more, and a lot more. One of them can go up to $50,000 to $100,000 a month. Well, I have to do the work. It's obvious. None of them are free. None of them are. We're not Santa Claus. It's not Santa Claus here. It's not Christmas. You have to do the work. Then we'll get Christmas Eve. Of course, you do the work. But so you start with not really believing, okay? But if you tell yourself every day, okay, and write that down. I am so happy and grateful now that I earn $7,000 monthly with total ease and for the benefits of all. That is so important. Those 2 last sentences, with total ease and for the benefits of all. The universe doesn't want you to struggle. He wants you to live in abundance. Believe that. And once you believe that, I know it's going to get so easier. This is what's happening to me. And it's like, life is getting so easier, so faster, so in a good way. I can see my dreams starting to, cement, to crystallize. So right now, you're not really believing that statement, okay? But with repetition, and practicing, okay, what you're going to do with that $2,000 extra? Think about that. Think about the feeling of that. Think about the feeling of, okay, you might be able to put your kids to college and you weren't able before. You might be able to go see a relative that lives far away and you weren't able before. You might be able to take care of one of your parents or a sick kid around you. I don't know what's going on in your life. You might be able to travel more, to buy that new house or pay all your debts. Or, just have your wife stay at home with the kids. The $2,000 a month is $24,000 a year. That's for a lot of people, it's a yearly salary, So get into the feeling of what you want. And your subconscious, if you keep on repeating and repeating, your belief will go up. Even if you don't believe today, it's practice. Your belief will go up. And as your belief goes up, the subconscious mind picks it up. And it may take a while. You know, if you're starting and you're really like boxed in to your old paradigms, it might take a while, and you have paradigms kicking in you in the head that don't want you to get that. So you're gonna have to go through that and probably write down affirmation. I am worthy. I am allowed. The universe is for me. I'm a child of the Most High God, or I'm a child of the universe. So then I deserve. And deserving is not about what you do. Deserving is about what you are. You are a creation of the universe. And just because of that, you are deserving. You don't have to do all these things. You don't have to be all these things. You are deserving. Yes, you have actions to take towards, like, if you buy a ticket, if you want $1 million to win $1 million in lottery, go buy a ticket. If you want a wife or a husband, and there's this beautiful man or beautiful woman knocking at, just example, knocking at your door, well, go answer the door. There's actions to do. But once you get that belief in, and then the subconscious mind will send you ways. You'll have people calling you up, hey, are you interested? I have this amazing MSI. Are you interested? Hey, I have this financial opportunity. Hey, you can do extra work here and there on the weekend. Hey, there's so many ways, so many ways. Just be diligent. There's so many ways that are dishonest out there. There's a lot of people trying to abuse and take advantage of vulnerability. So just be discerning. Take the time to study the MSI or the opportunities, but don't take too much time. It's taking time sometimes is the fear of making a decision, which we'll see in another. I think it's the third one. No, it's the fourth one. Fifth one. This isn't the fifth one. But yeah, so we'll keep on going. I'm really loving doing this actually. According to, we saw that yesterday, according to quantum physics theory, everything is energy. Everything is frequency and vibration. There will be slides that we will see probably every principle, because we have to get those in our heads. So to keep it simple, you get your thoughts, like I said earlier, your feelings, your actions, and your results. Your thoughts must be in a vibrational match with your dreams to get results you want. Let's say you want $2,000 a month and you keep on telling yourself, oh, I can't get that, I can't get that, I'm not working on that. It won't work. You have to be enthusiastic about it. Yes, I will do this. I will get it. I will get it. It will work. It works. It works for me. And always in the present. It works for me. Life keeps getting better. I am so happy and grateful now that I earned $7,000 or more. I'm saying $7,000 because using the example that you are already making $5,000 and you want to add $2,000. If you're making $3,000 a month, you want to add 2,000, then you say 5,000. But you have to believe that you're going to get it. You have to believe in those laws. And get somebody around you that believes in that. And what's really cool is once you start wanting to believe in that, to work in it, people will come in your life that believe in that will support you. And that's pretty amazing. I have people around me that just want to help me. I have gifts from the universe. I have people in one of my MSIs, I have people giving me their leads. That's really amazing. So your results, they manifest in your health, relationship, career, and financial freedom, like we said yesterday. So your brain, a conscious, unconscious, responsible for thoughts and feelings, action and results. Affirmation, repetition of order to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary lifting the emission effect. I said that, I mentioned that earlier. Keep on repeating, keep on repeating, keep on repeating, keep on repeating, keep on repeating. And the belief will grow inside of you. The faith will grow inside of you. So effective affirmations, any idea, plan, or purpose may be planted in the mind through repetition of thought. Bob Proctor, on repetition, he just hammers repetition. This is why you are asked to write out that statement of your major purpose, committed to memory and repeated in audible words day after day until these vibrations of sound have reached your subconscious mind. It's like you're going through a path. So another trick, do it in front of the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. I am so happy and grateful. Now that, whatever your major purpose is. and keep on repeating it. And in the book, it says once in the morning, once at night. So that's what I do. And so, during the day also, I repeat it. And I have this, I don't have, oh yeah, I do. See, I have this. So this is kind of Bob Proctor's suggestion. It's kind of a goal card. What's a goal card is my statement. So my statement is, I'm so happy and grateful now that I manifest an amount monthly with all these and for the benefits of all. I carry this with myself in my pocket. You know, you see it's getting old now, so I'm gonna have to do a new one. But I carry this, that every time I put my hand in my pocket, I touch it. And it reminds me, yeah, the amount. To me, it's $50,000. You know, I'm on the way of doing it, earning it. And there's ways coming towards me now. And now I just thought of another way. And that's how the subconscious mind works. It will shoot ways at you. You have to be like listening. So yeah. So lack of fatal belief will result in lack of self-confidence. So you have to get outside of your box. You have to get outside of yourself right now. You have to be like, you will get to a point in your stomach where you'll get knots, or you get knots here, you'll get knots there, and that's normal because you're taking risks. You know, let's say you want to make $2,000 a month, and an MSI or a financial opportunity comes towards you, and you have to do a little bit investments. But you feel anxiety towards that, and that's totally normal because you're trying something new. You're getting out of your comfort zone, and that is so important to take this step out of your comfort zone and try something else. So taking inventory of mental assets and liabilities, you will discover that your greatest weakness is lack of self-confidence. And that's the majority of people. Don't feel bad about it. That's the majority of the world. You know, if we were all self-confident, the world wouldn't look like it looks like. So this handicap can be surmounted, and timidity translated into courage through the Yale principle of auto-suggestion. The next one, auto-suggestion it's in the next 3 ones, so we'll go deeper into this. The application of this principle may be made through a simple arrangement of positive thoughts and false starts, stated in writing, memorized, and repeated until they become part of the working equipment of this subconscious faculty of your mind. You know, I'm onto a goal right now that I repeat. And now it's not only, it's kind of, you know, I wake up in the morning, what I just said to you, I'm so happy and grateful now that I earned that $15,000 monthly with all even for the benefits of all. And it just comes up, and I start repeating it. It just comes up because now it's registered in my subconscious mind. So now the ways are coming. No. So Napoleon has a self-confidence formula. I will let you read it. It's in the book, page 52 in English. In French, I don't know. So I will let you read it because it's kind of long. And in there are some missing. There's, I think, 4 or 5 missing that are in the book that are very important also. So I'll let you read it. So lesson learned on faith. Lesson 1. There are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. If you think, I don't know, I don't remember you said, I think it's Henry Ford said that if you think you cannot, you are right. If you think you can, you are right. So it's up to you to change the story in your head, to give yourself a new imaginary reality, and it will become real. Lesson 2, both poverty and riches are the offspring of the top. If you think you're poor, you are. If you're going to be. If you think you're rich, you're going to be. You know, lesson 3, lack of fatal belief will result in lack of self-confidence, an important factor in success, of course. So success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. Earl Nightingale has amazing teachings on YouTube. Napoleon also, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. So group, like I said yesterday, these were made for group teaching. So it's questions you can ask yourself. How important is your faith or belief in achieving success? What's your experience related to what we just learned? You already have experienced that in some ways. I don't know. Well, you know, if you're married, you've experienced that. If you have kids, you've experienced that because you wanted those kids. You wanted that woman, that husband or wife. You wanted that car. You wanted that job. You wanted that house. And it's not only a wish, you wanted it, like really wanted it, and you got it. And it works the same way. So now apply this to bigger, larger, better things for yourself. And like I said, it has to be for the benefits of all. In a way that it has to be for the benefits of all, it's not being, all focused on caritative or causes, which are amazing. If you want to create one, I want to create a few, and it's possible for me to create a few. Because I wanted to create some amazing nonprofit organization, and you know what? In my surroundings, I have people that know people that can put me in contact with people when I'm ready that can make those things happen. So that's how it works. Now I have to have the self-confidence and the guts to take action. And you see, I'm going through the journey as you are. Not because I've learned this 2 years ago that I'm better than you. Just I'm going through this journey, and even Bob Proctor, Mary Morrissey, or Nightingale, all people who made it big in life, when they put out on in front of themselves a new goal or a new dream, they still go with the same process. They still have paradigms coming up. It's always the same process that comes up. Get a new goal, the paradigms, emotion kicks in, and that's what you have to go through. Yeah. So that's it for today. Again, I just want to let you with the book. Trust yourself. This is a process of love. Love towards yourself. Love yourself enough to give you the right, give yourself the right to go for what you really want, to be the true you, to be what you really are, the amazing person you really are. Because somewhere inside you, there's already that amazing, incredible, beautiful person, creative person who can change parts of his world, and more. This process is a process of love, of you giving yourself the right to let that person out. And it will not only benefit others, it will benefit you to no end. So I just wish that you really love yourself. You really give yourself the right. And what I do, people say it's corny, but I don't feel it. In the morning when I get up for 5 minutes, and it's on the chronometer, on the timer, 5 minutes, I look myself in the mirror and I tell myself, Mark, Mark, you are, Mark, you are good. Because like I said yesterday, we are responsible for our growth. And I wasn't told these things when I was a kid. I was told the opposite. And even if you were told these things when you were a kid, your life around you might make you forget those things. Or you probably lived through some stuff that brought your self-confidence, your self-esteem back. And now it's your job to bring it back up. So the only way is by repetition. And telling yourself that you love yourself, that you are beautiful, because you are, that you are amazing, because you are. And it's the only way that you're going to be able to get to your dream, get to be who you really are. It's probably right now you're. So I'm closing with this. I love you. I hope it helps you out. That you reach out to me if you feel like that. If you feel the need,